Diddy's lawyer has quit.
Attorney representing Sean Diddy Combs in the trafficking case announced that he is stepping down.
One of Diddy's lawyers has elected to leave representing Diddy.
His name is Anthony Rico. He was like, under no circumstances can I continue representing Sean Diddy Combs. That makes us think like, okay, what the is about to come out in this trial? This is a lawyer who has been a part of the most massive cases in US history. And now he wants no parts with Diddy's case.
I don't know about y'all, but I find that that's not a good thing for Sean Diddy Combs, for something like that to happen. That's not a good thing. What's good is if you fire the dude. But if the dude fires you as a client, even if you got 5 other lawyers, and that was the first dude you went to when you retained the services in September, that's not a good look. I have not done anything to contribute to the guilt or innocence of Sean Diddy Combs. I don't know what the hell happened. The only thing we've done that I thought was incredibly incriminating was—
If you're a lawyer of that magnitude, you would want this on your resume. And to see that, I don't know how much good it's looking for him.
The legal drama surrounding Sean Diddy Combs is heating up. And here's the latest bombshell. The reason why one of Diddy's most trusted lawyers, Anthony Rico, has stepped away from the case has been revealed.
an attorney walking away. Sometimes it's because they don't get the lead chair or one of the lead chairs. Sometimes it's because a client is lying. Sometimes it's because they believe wholeheartedly that the client is going to be guilty and they don't want to be associated with that guilt because that's a loss on their record. It could be a variety of things.
Yes, it could be a variety of things, but the real reason why Rico left might be right in front of us. Many people believe that when Rico saw the whole truth of what Diddy did, he said, "I can't help you. Nobody can help you."
Now, generally, an attorney will only leave a client for only like a select few reasons. One of them, if a client can't pay. That's a big one. But, well, we know Diddy can pay. For those of you that don't know, he got a lot of money. So that's probably not the reason. Another one being the lawyer might have found out that their client's crimes were much, much worse than they expected. Like so bad that they just can't morally stick with the case and they gotta go.
That reason seems like the most logical reason why he quit. And remember, guys, what you and I know is not even the whole truth about what Diddy did. But his lawyers know all of it, and that might have scared Rico. Now, I want you to think for a second. How twisted Diddy's crimes must have been that the lawyer who defended Osama bin Laden said, "No, bro, I can't handle it."
Damn! Because as far as we know, you and I, Diddy's crimes are terrible, but his lawyers know much more than what we know. They know how far Diddy might have went. So Anthony, Diddy's lawyer who left, might have seen something he didn't want to see and said, look, I can't even work with bro anymore.
And Rico quit at a time when Diddy needs his team more than ever, right? He's sitting in a Brooklyn jail cell, cut off from the world he once ruled, and now this. His key attorney calls it quits. Surely something huge must have gone down.
A US judge has ruled that the rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges in May. He'll be held in prison until then.
Anthony Rico was a heavyweight in the defense world, known for taking on some of the toughest cases, but according to court documents, he couldn't keep going with this one. But yeah, if you are a lawyer, you can't just quit like that. You need permission. So he literally filed a motion saying that there was no way he could continue under the current circumstances. He also assured the jury that Diddy has other lawyers and that he will be fine without Rico. But the fact that one of Diddy's lawyers quit is itself damaging enough to Diddy's case.
Anthony Rico announcing in court docs, under no circumstances can he continue defending the embattled rapper.
Now, hold on. Let me tell you. When a lawyer uses those words, when a lawyer says, "Under no circumstances can I serve this client," you know it's not just about disagreement over strategy. Something else is at play here, and the entire legal community is speculating.
Your lawyer said he can't help you! Oh, man!
I don't think this really in perspective for y'all, fam. This man's lawyer said, in no way, shape, form, or fashion can I continue to represent this man, bro. I won't be able to sleep at night. Do you know who he's represented in the past? That man, one of his previous clients, was a part of Osama bin Laden's terrorist group. Like, this brother would have been okay representing the Joker in court, but he drew the line at the diddler. Oh, that brother is guilty.
So what does that mean for Diddy? Well, it means more complications than a reality TV show. I'm talking about a mess of epic proportions. With Rico gone, the legal team has to scramble to pick up the pieces, and it's not like they've got all the time in the world. The trial is coming up in May. Yep, just a few weeks away. And now they've got to find a way to make it work without one of their star players. And that's not going to be easy, especially with all the serious charges Diddy is facing.
representation, since the rapper, who's been charged with racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in, to which he's pleaded not guilty, will continue to be represented by 5 other attorneys on record and will not delay court proceedings.
Let's be real here. This isn't just about one lawyer leaving. Oh no, it's about something bigger. There's something much deeper happening. Rico's exit isn't just about strategy disagreements. It's about something going seriously wrong behind the scenes. Because even a lawyer who has seen so much darkness, so much crime, refuses to stand by Diddy's side.
He filed a motion so that he could quit, and in the motion he says, under no circumstances can I continue. Woof. Under no circumstances can I continue. This man's paying you millions of dollars. Under no circumstances can I continue.
Diddy's got to be cooked to another universe for the top lawyer on his team to say, I simply can't do this anymore. Bro actually hit him with an, I'ma head out. How bad is the case? How cooked is my bro? How did the lawyer get through all this other information with like the lotion bottles and like the Costco allegations just to drop out months later?
Diddy is now scrambling because the trial is very close. He must be panicking, but he also cannot wish for the trial to be delayed because the place he has been locked up in is called Hell on Earth. Some rumors also say that he's been kept separate from the other inmates, which is probably for his own safety.
He is now at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a place that's been described as Hell on Earth.
Now, what's even crazier is that while Diddy is fighting federal charges, there's even more coming his way. 7 new civil lawsuits have been filed against him, and each one brings with it some serious accusations. The lawsuits are painting a picture of a guy whose past is catching up with him in a big way. With all this going on, the civil lawsuits could complicate his defense strategy even more.
And these lawsuits just keep piling up. It seems like every single week we're talking about a new lawsuit filed against Diddy. So talk about this latest lawsuit here, the indictments and the latest accusations from former employees.
After Rico quit, Mark Agnifilo, the head of the defense team, is trying to keep his cool. After all, this is a guy who's dealt with his fair share of high-profile cases, so it's not like he's new to the pressure, but still, losing an attorney like Rico at this stage? That's a blow. The pressure is definitely mounting. And with so much hanging over Diddy's head, his criminal case, the lawsuits, the public scrutiny, things are only going to get more intense.
Despite confirming that he and lead counsel Mark Agnifilo discussed this decision, Rico did not expand further on his decision to withdraw from the case.
Mark Agnifilo did not make any comments on why Rico left, but people already know why. It's because Rico is a lawyer, not a magician. He knew the ship was sinking and got out before it was too late. And let's not forget, the charges Diddy is facing are no joke. Trafficking, racketeering, and a whole bunch of other serious allegations. These kinds of charges take time, expertise, and strategy to fight. And losing an experienced attorney just as things are heating up, that's like taking a hit right before the final round. Not ideal.
By now you know that Diddy's been indicted by a federal grand jury on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
But here's the kicker. Despite all of this, Diddy's defense team is still trying to push forward like nothing's wrong. I'm sure they're putting on a brave face for the public, but behind the scenes, I'm sure there's a lot of scrambling. And what's even crazier is that this whole thing is just the beginning, as the trial starts on the 5th of May. Subscribe because we are here to report everything about this to you. For now, it can be said that Diddy's lawyer quit, because he thought Diddy's crimes were more heinous than terrorism. See you guys in the next video.